The quietest moments build the strongest foundations. Most people think strength means constant action, but true power often starts when you pause. Stillness slows your heartbeat, softens your stress, and gives your thoughts space to organize themselves. When you step back from busyness, you see where your real priorities are hiding. You don't waste energy on distractions. You channel it where it matters most. Like the roots of a giant tree, your still moments hold you steady when storms come. Strength is not only how loud or fast you move, it's how deep you stand in silence when the world shakes around you. When your mind is still, everything becomes clear. A cluttered mind confuses you, a calm mind guides you. Stillness works like a mental reset button, washing away overthinking and fear. It helps you separate facts from worries and wants from true needs. With every quiet breath, your mind becomes less foggy and more focused. Decisions that once seemed impossible become obvious. You stop making choices to please others and start choosing what truly aligns with your goals. A still mind doesn't rush. It knows exactly where it's going and moves wisely, step by step. A silent mind becomes the loudest source of ideas. Your most brilliant thoughts don't appear in chaos. They reveal themselves when your mind is calm. Many artists, inventors, and problem solvers have said their biggest breakthroughs came in moments of deep silence. When you allow stillness, you give your imagination permission to play. Ideas flow like a river, connecting thoughts you couldn't see before. Even if you're not an artist, you solve daily problems more easily when your brain isn't busy with noise. In quiet, your mind becomes a fertile garden for new ideas to bloom. Stillness doesn't slow you down, it fuels your comeback. Constant action drains you faster than you think. Without breaks, you run on empty and burn out. Stillness works like a hidden battery. Each quiet moment restores your mental and physical energy. Instead of feeling guilty for pausing, you should see it as smart maintenance. When you allow yourself to sit still, breathe deeply, or even meditate for a few minutes, your body resets and your spirit lifts. You return to your tasks not just ready, but renewed. Resting is not lazy. It's a power-up for your next bold move. You don't have to shout to be powerful. Sometimes you just have to be still. Real power doesn't need to prove itself to anyone. In silence, you learn to sit with your feelings and accept them. You see your flaws and your gifts without judging either. This quiet honesty builds confidence no compliment can match. When you stop performing for the world, your true strength rises. You realize you don't have to speak loudly to be heard or move constantly to achieve greatness. Stillness reveals that your worth has always been there, steady, deep, and quietly unstoppable. In the quiet, you finally hear yourself. Most people run from silence because it shows them truths they avoid. But in stillness, you find freedom. Freedom to face your patterns, your fears, and your desires without distractions. You see what drives your choices and which habits help or hurt you. This self-knowledge is priceless. It lets you change what doesn't serve you and amplify what does. A self-aware mind is a powerful mind because it can't be easily manipulated by outside opinions. In silence, you become your truest guide. The calmest minds conquer the loudest storms. Life throws unexpected chaos your way. Arguments, deadlines, disappointments. A calm mind acts like an anchor. Instead of panicking, you handle problems step by step. People trust calm leaders because they don't crumble under pressure. They find solutions while others complain. When you master stillness, you don't lose your temper or waste energy on drama. You stay grounded, steady, and stronger than any storm. This composure isn't weakness. It's a silent, resilient power that commands respect without saying a word. Stillness turns impulsive reactions into powerful responses. Without stillness, you're at the mercy of your emotions. You snap, regret, apologize, and repeat. Stillness breaks this cycle. It gives you space between trigger and reaction. In that gap, you breathe, think, and choose your response. This self-control changes everything. Relationships improve, mistakes reduce, and your influence grows. Leaders are not the loudest in the room. They are the ones calm enough to listen, think, and guide wisely. Stillness is what sets true leaders apart from loud followers. Silence is where the truth finally speaks. We live in a world full of opinions, gossip, and constant chatter. Most of it adds no value to your life. When you embrace stillness, you filter out the unnecessary noise. You begin to hear what truly matters, your own instincts, your values, and the quiet wisdom you already carry. It's in silence that you remember what you stand for and what you refuse to compromise. With this inner clarity, you don't get lost in other people's drama, you stay rooted in your truth. Stillness doesn't hide the pain, it helps you face it and heal. Many people stay busy to avoid feeling hurt, but pain stuffed away only grows heavier. Stillness is where real healing starts. When you allow silence, you make space for buried feelings to surface. You acknowledge them, feel them fully, and release them slowly. It might bring tears, but it also brings relief. Over time, you find forgiveness for yourself and others. You shed bitterness and replace it with understanding. Stillness turns pain into wisdom, the kind that makes your heart softer and stronger at once. Life isn't about constant movement, it's about rhythm. Modern life rewards speed, multitasking, and endless output, but without stillness, even the strongest burnout. Pausing gives you perspective, when to push, when to rest, when to speak, and when to listen. This balance protects your energy and keeps you productive for the long run. You don't crash and restart, you flow and recharge naturally. True balance is not an even split of busy and calm. It's knowing when to switch between them with grace. Stillness teaches you this dance. Stillness makes you flexible, not fragile. People think stillness is soft, but it's the birthplace of the toughest resilience. When you sit quietly, you strengthen your mind to bend without breaking. You learn to observe problems without panic and adapt to unexpected change. Challenges come, but you don't shatter. You shift, bend, and rise stronger. Like bamboo in the wind, you're deeply rooted yet flexible enough to survive any storm. This resilience is not found in constant action, but in how still you stand when life tests you hardest. Quiet moments help you see just how much you already have. Gratitude is hard to feel when you're always chasing what's next. Stillness slows you down enough to notice what's here right now. You feel your breath and realize it's a gift. You notice the warmth of sunlight, the comfort of a friend's words, the peace of your own company. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into little celebrations. It replaces stress with contentment and envy with peace. The more you sit in silence, the more you see that you are already rich in ways money can't measure. Stillness reminds you, the best things aren't rushed. We're taught that faster is better, but growth has its own natural pace. Stillness trains you to trust the process, to water your seeds and let them bloom in their time. It stops you from making hasty choices that lead to regret. It teaches you to wait for the right moment instead of forcing things to happen. Patience is not passive. It's calm endurance rooted in faith. Those who practice stillness know what's meant for you will come when you are ready.